1891, Daniel Burnham, architect to the Chicago Columbian World's Fair, challenged designers to come up with something that could rival the Eiffel Tower, constructed for the Paris World's Fair at 163 feet. Structural inspector for the fair, George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., proposed a giant wheel which would provide views for the entire fair. The structure measured 264 feet and had cars that could carry 60 people and had a capacity of 1,260 people. In June of 1893, M.H.D. Young, who was among a delegation of San Francisco dignitaries, proposed that various exhibits from the Columbian Fair from throughout the world come to San Francisco for a grand Midwinter's Fair. The groundbreaking took place in Golden Gate Park on August 24, 1893, and the Midwinter's Fair opened in January 24, 1894, 5 months later. De Young wanted to bring the Ferris wheel to San Francisco, but Ferris refused, and so J. Kirk Firth was hired to create a similar observation wheel for the Midwinter's Fair. The Firth Wheel was half as large as the Chicago Ferris wheel, but hugely successful. After the fair closed on July 4, 1884, Sutro purchased the wheel and moved it to his pleasure grounds near the Sutro Baths at Land's End. In 2003, a much smaller wheel was briefly installed for an anniversary festival. Occasionally, a much smaller wheel is brought in for one-day events such as a Christmas tree lighting. In March of 2020, SkyStar was erected, but due to COVID, the wheel sat without gondolas for several months. Finally, in October of 2020, the gondolas were fitted and SkyStar opened with many COVID restrictions. In October of 2023, SkyStar was disassembled and moved to Fisherman's Wharf. Maybe the wharf is a better location for going forward, but observation wheels in Golden Gate Park will always be FIRTH Wheels to me.